Okay then, Helldivers, we are back and we have got loads to go over today as a brand new major order has come into the midst, although it does seem to be a bit of a filler. It is still one we'll need to get done over the next few days, as well as a brand new patch update for 01.002.201. This is rectifying a load of issues with regards to the last 58 talent and so much more, including some changes to the figures. So in today's video, we're going to give you guys a full breakdown of everything you need to know before diving in for Managed Democracy today. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. And do make sure that you check out our incredible sponsor, Instant Gaming, the platform where you can get your video games cheaper for PC and console with the best deals, offers, promotions, and discounts, all running up to 70% off. It is a no-brainer. Go and check them out. Links in the description. And this is our latest giveaway winner. Make sure you drop me a message on Discord and we'll get you your super credits. For those of you guys who didn't win, though, if you want to get involved with the next one, all you have to do is head down to the comment section and put in a red, a purple and a yellow love heart, and it will enter you in. We'll announce that one over the next few days. But with that being said, let's dive into the game and see what it is that's happening inside of Helldivers 2. So starting off, we have received a brand new mission statement coming from Super Earth High Command for a briefing on the next major order. It states right here that the automaton offensive, in addition to the territorial cost, also stole precious time to slow the Meridian Singularity. Citizens of Ivis have begun preparing for the possibility of a full planet evacuation. There can be no further delays to the deployment of the Penrose Energy Siphon. The Helldivers are ordered to immediately commence rapid and aggressive E710 gathering operations. The Penrose Energy Siphon, once fueled, is intended to effect a significant one-time reduction in dark energy accumulation, thereby slowing the Meridian Singularity. They are ordered to liberate designated terminid-infested planets. The additional risk to personnel associated with heavy infestation operations has been deemed acceptable given the current circumstances. So we are going to be making our way to the outskirts of the gloom after we manage to take out Boar Rock, as you can see on screen right here. Our major order is to liberate Boar Rock, which we are currently 58% on this one, and also taking a look into Eskir, which is the planet to take afterwards. Pretty damn close to the gloom, so hopefully we'll experience some new strain variants inside of here, but we'll have to wait and see if that one actually materializes. As far as what's going on with Meridia right now, in the scaling of the circle, you can see that it is getting pretty damn close, as we can now not actually sit in between the two planets. It's quite an interesting venture because essentially what we're trying to do is slow down the Meridian Singularity, but it does not state that we're going to be able to stop it. So the inevitable crushing of Ivis does seem to be something that will happen over the next few weeks, as we're not going to be able to slow it down to a complete halt. Very interesting storyline indeed, and we'll see what it is that's happening with that one. But your personal order is to kill 10 enemies using the expendable anti-tanks, also known as the EATs. Very easy, considering we're on the bug sector. Get in and do that. And for those of you guys who are wondering what the superstore is today, we have got the Jaguar, we have got the Gorilla, we have got the White Wolf, the Grenadier, the Clinician, and we have got the Ravager. Now, these are some really good pieces. If you want to get your hands on them, you can do, and it's nice to see some different armor sets inside of here and not the same rotation that we've been receiving for maybe the last few weeks. So go ahead and get hold of your new armor today. But taking a look into the new patch update, which is what a lot of you are probably here for, there has been a lot of things, including crash fixes, weapon fixes, and some miscellaneous ones. When we take a look into the fixes themselves, though, as far as crash hangs and soft locks, there has been a few which are revolving around playing on the bots convoy missions, when aiming down scopes, and so much more. Again, some more niche pieces that you guys may want to know, but moving into the details of things with weapons and stratagems. They fixed an issue where the weapon flashlights were flickering while using ADS. They also fixed an issue for energy-based weapons not charging or overheating properly. Now, it doesn't state whether it was overheating too fast or too slowly, so we'll have to test that one out and see how that works. They also have finally fixed the grenade launcher's projectile and how it loses the velocity faster than it should have. So the distance in that one's now been fixed also. They also fixed an issue where shrapnel from surface hits were forced in a roughly southwest direction, meaning that the eruptor should now work as intended and it will fly out at a 180-ish arc in the direction of the surface hit. So a very nice few changes there, meaning that some weapons are now a bit more viable, specifically the grenade launcher and the eruptor. Moving into to the last 58 Talon, though, they made a lot of changes on this, as apparently it must have been in quite a state. It states right here that they fixed a visual issue when reloading in ADS. They fixed an issue for not being able to reload without overheating. The HUD fixes in properly show the correct ammo state, which is hilarious now, to say the least. Now properly resets the temperature to 0 when reloading. They fixed a visual effect issue when holding down the fire button, and also they've removed a minor charging delay in firing projectiles. So overall, it should make it a little bit more visually appealing. It doesn't seem to have changed any numbers, but as far as visuals go, it's quite a good addition. Now, as you all know, based on the way that the update happened last time, some unintentional changes were made to the way that the Liberator Concussive and the Breaker during the last patch was actually reverted point. So there is now some reverts to this one. So for the Concussive, the starting magazine amount was increased from 2 to 4, the max spare amount of magazines increased from 5 to 6, and the ergonomic effect increased from 0 to -10. So there has now been some changes on that, and you will go back to the standardized magazine capacity that we had beforehand, as it was reduced during the latest patch. As well as the SG-225 Breaker, the starting magazine amount was decreased from 6 to 5, and the max spare amount of magazines decreased from 10 to 7. So yeah, those changes are not so good for the Breaker, that is for damn sure, but although they were reverted back to the way that they once was. Social and multiplayer fixes, they've resolved an issue where the account ID was not visible in the options tab, so you'll now be able to utilize that, especially when issuing tickets. You will need that to be able to show them your account. And they have a few miscellaneous changes right here where they fixed an issue for the gas weapons, throwable, and stratagems, inverting the movement input for the Helldiver, which apparently wasn't actually meant to be the case. So it's kind of interesting that that's in the game already, as we know that that was a strategic plan from the Illuminate in Helldivers 1. As to how it's made its way into Helldivers 2, we'll have to wait and see, but I'd state that it's probably likely to come back at some point when the Helldivers go against the full Illuminate army. It just happens to have slipped into the wrong thing. And the Jarndiver override for the hover packs has been turned off effective today. This is reserved for General Brash and other Super 10-star generals. They essentially fixed a bug with the draw and kick emotes that allows players to stay floating in the air. So yeah, you can no longer do that one, and that has now been rectified. Although what you will have noticed is that during all of that, there has been absolutely no movement inside of the patch as far as stability goes. Now, Shams has actually spoke about this one, as they are currently working on it big time. It says right here that they tell me the PS5 stability is amongst the best it's ever been, but they're working hard on getting the PC to the same level. So for those of you guys on PC, hopefully we'll have some changes with regards to the stability of the game and how it actually operates. Or at least that's my hopeful movement standing forward. Maybe I'm just full of copium. Anywho, moving forward though, it states right here, if we go back to Malevelon Creek, just know we are not the same unprepared Helldivers we were before. Our arsenal is leagues better than the soldiers fallen before. Let's show our fallen friends that we won't struggle like we did before. Make them proud for democracy. Now, if you don't know what we're talking about, you need to watch the latest video we put up yesterday with regards to Malevelon Creek. It appears that we may well be making our way over there at some stage, as the automatons are aiming for that sector. Could be an interesting time. This next one states, as a veteran from the Creek, I'm prepared and ready for any challenges that lie ahead. Now, obviously, we have lost a lot of veterans and a lot of people have dropped off over the year commenced. So hopefully we have managed to recruit in some incredible Helldivers to go in for the Creek 2.0 and make it a little bit easier than what it was the last time. And this one right here states, personally, I think that part of the reason why we lost the Gambit is because the new type of bots were on one planet while the other planet was the Gambit. Now, yeah, they did do us dirty a little bit. They essentially made up the Gambit and utilized it quite greatly, told us to go ahead and do it, and then put the incineration core on a completely different planet, and people wanted to play new content. I can't even blame them. So we didn't lose the Gambit because players were stupid. We lost the Gambit because they wanted to play new content. I can't blame a single Helldiver for that whatsoever. We're in a bit of a content drought at points. Nonetheless, though, unfortunately, that's all we got time for today. We are going to be going live later today, helping towards the major order, so make sure you stay tuned for it, as we've got loads of things coming on inside of the game. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you haven't already, smash the like button, subscribe, post notifications turned on. Appreciate your faces, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.